BigBear.ai just dropped to $5.73 a share. It's still up 256% over the last 12 months, but with a profit margin of negative 187%, how is that return possible? And more importantly, can it keep going up? See, this isn't some hype-fueled AI startup that's chasing buzzwords. Big Bear builds real-world intelligence systems that's used by the Department of Defense, the NSA, and the Air Force, the literal backbone of national security. But here's what caught my attention. They're now pushing that same military-grade AI into finance, transportation, and digital identity. Industries where precision isn't optional. And the crazy part? While everyone's watching like NVIDIA and Palantir, Big Bear is quietly rolling out real-time biometric systems at Chicago's O'Hare Airport, cutting identity checks from 60 seconds to just 10. That's not just hype, that's execution. But here's where I'm still skeptical, right? The stock trades at a price-to-sales ratio of 19. Investors are paying $19 for every dollar of revenue. That's a massive bet on a company that makes no money yet. Future growth, but it better deliver. That's why in this video, I'm looking at the numbers, the catalysts, and a signal that I'm watching that could make or break Big Bear's momentum. Hey, what's up? My name is Rick Orford. I've been trading since 1999, and no, I'm not a financial advisor. That is a good thing. I break down the numbers so retail investors like us can make smarter, more informed decisions with our money. Now, if you're a retail investor who's looking for long-term gains, not pump and dumps, stick around because by the end of this video, you're going to know if Big Bear is worth buying today or if the whole house of cards is about to fall apart. I want to thank The Motley Fool for sponsoring this video. The Motley Fool is a company that provides investing insight and stock recommendations for investors of all skill sets and risk levels. And you all know how much I love researching new stocks and trying to find the next best investment. So I'm proud to partner with The Motley Fool to bring you 10 stock picks from their popular product, Stock Advisor. Stock Advisor has beaten the market by almost 6 times. Go to fool.com/Ricko to get your 10 stock picks right now. Now, BigBear.ai Holdings isn't your typical AI startup. It's a mission-driven intelligence company bringing real-world AI to high-stakes operations. And that's the key difference here. While others are chasing attention, Big Bear is chasing precision. Big Bear's strength lies in turning complex data into actionable insight for organizations that can't afford mistakes. From national defense and border security to infrastructure and logistics, its AI analytics and predictive systems help decision makers anticipate threats, manage resources, and respond with precision. In other words, this isn't a nice-to-have AI. This is mission-critical AI. And unlike firms that are still testing ideas in labs, Big Bear's technology is field-proven. Its platforms support the Department of Defense, the NSA, and the Air Force. That's a trifecta of national security. So you know the company is doing something right. And if the government trusts your tech to protect national security, I say that says a lot. But what's more exciting here is that Big Bear is bringing its battle-tested intelligence to the commercial world. The company is expanding into finance, transportation, and digital identity. Again, prime industries that require the kind of real-time analytics and defense-grade AI tools that Big Bear offer today. So the company isn't pivoting, it's scaling its success from the battlefield to the boardroom. And that shift could be massive if it works out. But let's look at its products for a second, because Big Bear's portfolio includes TrueFace, which is its facial recognition platform for fast, accurate, and secure identity verification. And it has features like liveness detection and mask recognition. It runs on-premises, mobile, or cloud, and that ensures privacy and scalability. Translation, it's flexible, fast, and built for both security and convenience. Exactly what high-trust industries need. And then there's veriScan, which supports traveler authentication at airports and ports, delivering flexible, real-time identity verification that enhances border efficiency and security. If you've ever waited in a long customs line, Imagine cutting that time by 80%. And that's the kind of value that Big Bear brings, right? But enough about the company. Let's talk about why you're probably here, the stock price. Because at the end of the day, the tech is great, but returns talk louder than roadmaps. Big Bear's stock price recently dropped to $5.73, or around that area. Despite the short-term drop, the stock is up 29% year to date and almost 256% over the last 52 weeks. And even after a pullback, it's still crushing most of the market. But can it sustain that kind of momentum? Well, the stock trades at a beta of 3.42. Beta tells us it's a comparative metric, right, against the broader market, like the S&P 500. And it means that Big Bear has moved over 3 times as much as the S&P 500 in either direction over the last 5 years. So Big Bear is volatile, but with big upside potential, but you better have a strong stomach for the swings. Now, let's take a look at Big Bear's general metrics and performance in relation to its peers. Big Bear's profit margin is still negative 187%, but it's still slightly better than mobile comps. Meanwhile, its price to sales, or P to S ratio, is 19.09, the second highest on the list. And price to sales shows how much investors are willing to pay today for each dollar the company makes in sales or revenue. So investors are betting hard on future growth, not current profits. And that's classic early stage tech behavior. Now, if we look at the charts, we can see that Big Bear's performance is second only to Mobilecom, as I mentioned, which has also seen some crazy growth and volatility over the last year. And that's what makes this so interesting, right? Strong performance, high volatility, and a market that still can't decide if it's a winner or a ticking time bomb. So that's it for the stock price, but behind every movement in the charts, there's usually a story, and Big Bear's story just got a lot more interesting. Just a few weeks ago, Big Bear announced the deployment of its veriScan biometric identity platform at Chicago's O'Hare International Airport. And this supports the U.S. Customs and Border Protection's Enhanced Passenger Processing Program. This rollout, in collaboration with the Chicago Department of Aviation, marks a major step forward in improving both security and efficiency for U.S. citizens arriving from international destinations. The system uses AI-powered biometrics to verify travelers' identities in real time, which is going to ensure faster and more secure entry. According to the CBP, the program has already reduced average processing times from just 60 seconds to just 10 seconds per traveler. And that just goes to show how advanced AI solutions can enhance speed without compromising safety. That's a 6x efficiency gain. And in AI, those kind of numbers turn heads really fast. Also, in October, Big Bear announced a new partnership with T-Second to bring AI-enabled edge infrastructure to the battlefield. This combination combines Big Bear's Conductor OS platform with T-Second's brick technology to create a mission-ready system that's said to help U.S. national security teams deploy and manage AI faster and more reliably in the field. The goal is simple: give defense teams the power to process data, detect threats, and make critical decisions in seconds, even in areas without cloud access or stable connectivity. This joint solution enhances situational awareness through real-time sensor data, improves threat detection in high-pressure environments, and delivers enterprise-level AI in compact, deployable systems built for the tactical edge. In short, it's bringing Silicon Valley technology to the battlefield, but without the lag, bugs, or downtime. And that's a serious edge. Considering these two developments, Big Bear is showing some real progress as it expands its reach across both government and commercial sectors. The company is proving it can deliver real-world solutions that enhance security, speed, and decision-making. And when a company starts proving that it can scale across both public and private sectors, well, that's when investors really start to pay attention. So is Big Bear a buy because of that, or at these levels? I ask because the next part, well, Wall Street's take might surprise you. A consensus among 5 analysts rate Big Bear a moderate buy with a high target price of $8. The average score is 3.8, and it's remained the same over the last 3 months. With these new recent developments, analysts, they're not backing off, they're holding steady, which I think says a lot in this kind of volatile market. They're basically saying, look, we see the potential here, but the execution has to keep matching the story. But what do you think? Is Big Bear a buy at today's levels? Let me know in the comments below. And while you're there, don't forget to like and subscribe if you found the video helpful, because it'll help others find the video, it'll support the channel, and you won't miss out on my next deep dive. Well, folks, that's it for me today in this video. I want to thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.